it's Bella. I'm here with an important message for college professors. Whether you're a university professor, a community college professor, by the way, I'm wishing you a blessed day, and I'm here with an important message. Now, we're going to start with the bad because the good corrects itself. The bad is hopefully that most of you realize, and if you didn't, hopefully this is something to think about. You are teaching the future of America and the world, because not everyone you're teaching will remain in America, so you're teaching the future of the world. Now, your particular class might not be what they major in, it might not be relevant to that, but it's relevant to them getting credit towards their goal. So let's say you're an English teacher, they're studying math, they're studying being an accountant, CPA, whatever. They need to take your class in order to get to their goal, which would be completing your credits and getting towards the diploma, which is the ultimate goal. Now, college, I understand, is not just about schoolwork, it's about time management, it's about learning how to talk to people, seeing new ideas, sharing yourself, others sharing themselves. And I feel like it's a really important life lesson, and you have to really have an open mind for it. And as you can see, I'm wearing a scrubs. I am not, nor do I claim to be, an educator. I have opinions on the educational system, which could possibly be talked about in a different video. And I do have family members, one who's a principal, one who is a special education teacher, one who is a regular teacher, professors. I have all this in my family, and we have these conversations often. So I want you to understand something here that's very important. While you're teaching the future of this country and teaching the future of the world, while you're doing this, you need to keep in mind to keep yourself open and try to accommodate each one of your students. I know it sounds hard. I know you have a life outside of school, such as your students, but you need to keep an open mind and an open door for your students to come to you for help, because you know what? All the students, they struggle with different things. They have lives outside of the school, where maybe when they come to school, that's their sanctuary. Maybe when they come home, it's worse. That's their sanctuary. That's their future. That's their ticket out. And you are giving that to them. You have been blessed to give them that. And yet sometimes I've seen instructors, I'm not going to get into details in this video, possibility, one in the future, I've had experience where I've seen myself, despite the very good instructors that I've had, and I've been so thankful, there's been ones who don't seem to really care. Like, they'll say, go online and do the online work, and they won't really care about what the student does, or they'll, like, kind of discourage the kids from going to the class, or kind of make the kids feel ostracized. I've seen that, and I'm just like, this is going on in college. This is like some kindergarten bullshit, excuse my language, and it's really not fair, and I want you to keep in mind that the college is expensive. And it might not be to you, because you're most likely making a higher income than the student, but to the student it is. And I'll tell you, it's expensive in a lot of ways. It could be out of pocket, that the student or their parents are paying out of pocket, or it could be financial aid, and I'll tell you why, or partial payments, and I'll tell you why. A lot of cultures put a big emphasis in school. A lot of families put a big emphasis in school, and it's a big deal. A lot of families want their children to be educated, to do better, so they can have a better future. A lot of families rely on their kids to do better, to bring them out of a mess. And a lot of students fight with their families because they do want to go to school, despite whatever could be going on, and they fight for their family, and they fight with their family, and they fight against odds. They could be parents. This is a lot different now. We're in a very accepting and open time right now, despite what you might think. Because they used to be, like when my father and my mother were young, you had to be done with college by 22 years old. And now there's people like of all ages going to college. I knew one person who was like 96 who went to college, like at 96. So you are teaching and not only are you teaching, but you're learning from such a diverse community that you're gaining something in return. Don't close yourself off. Open yourself up, and let, yourself be taught while you're teaching, because we all have something we could learn from each other. You don't know how many families rely on the tax money that they get every year from their dependents going to the school, or how much the financial aid helps, or even the people who pay out of pocket. All the students struggle. Like, even those whose parents pay out of pocket, that's their parents' money. That's not their money. They're going there to expand their mind so they can make their own money. And it's not cheap. So it's very important that you don't close yourself off, because you are needed and you are an opportunity to change the world through education, which is a blessing. And I hope that, all the college instructors watch this video, or a lot of them, and that you learn that maybe, by not treating it like a 9 to 5 job, or act like you're selling widgets, that you're not doing it in the profession where you're selling widgets. You're in the profession where you're molding lives, and where they need the credit. Maybe they need to, have a certain GPA to achieve certain goals. By closing yourself off or not caring, I'm not saying you have to treat every one of them like you treat your children, or if they were your children. I'm just saying that you have to be open, because the students are coming there with open hearts, and sometimes they might seem like they don't care, or like they're jaded, but they're not jaded. They have other issues going on, and they're trying. You don't know everyone else's struggle, and the students don't know your struggle. So try to keep an open line of communication with them, because they really need you. They need you to learn by example, because maybe they've never seen a good role model in their life, and you could be that for them. Maybe they've never seen someone reach out to them. Maybe no one's ever been nice to them, and you could do that. Maybe they never had a strong positive female influence in their life, and if you're a female teacher, you could do that, or a strong positive male role model in their life, and as a teacher you could do that. You can go the extra mile by being stern, by setting boundaries, by overextending yourself, by being flexible when you can. You could do that. You could teach by example. That's basically what I'm asking you, is to teach by example. So this is for college professors from a student.